I know I'm not the only mom who likes to hide away. Hey, it's Ereena George, and welcome to my closet, aka Mommy's Closet. Come on in. It's a place for us to get away and discuss the things moms love to talk about, whether it's health, relationships, these kids, our spouses. This is where we come to talk our shit. Be sure to join my Facebook group, Be Momific with Ereena George. It's where we can continue the conversation outside of this podcast so that I can hear what you think and how you feel on the topic. Hey guys, and welcome to the show. Glad to have you here today. We have a really good topic, so let's just get right into it. What would you do if your children do not like the person that you are dating? Ooh, I know, heavy, right? Heavy, because it's very difficult and you should not have to choose between your kids and the person that you love. But there are times that parents have to do these things. Moms have to do these things, especially moms. Why? Because children usually, if there's a separation, and I would say maybe 95% of the time. If there's a separation, if there's a divorce, or if you just so happen to be a single parent, you are a single mom and the children are with you. And when your children are with you, they are very overprotective of you. They like to have all of your time. They don't want you to be with anyone else. They don't want you to do things with anyone else. And it's really difficult for them to get used to you not being solely 100% there for them and having someone else in your life. I know it's crazy, but that's absolutely how children are. I mean, I tell you guys all the time, I'm married and I have two children, but my children are always all over me. You would think that I was the only parent because they're always on top of me. And I have a girl and a boy, so I don't even think the sex of the child matters. I think the bond that they have with you is really important. And when they have that bond with you, it's very difficult for them to allow someone else into that. So, what do you do as a mom if your children don't like your partner? So I would say one of the first things that you can do is sit down with your children and discuss this, right? So I would say before you even bring that new person in the home, before you even start to get really, really serious, I think every parent, whether this is a male or female single parent, should have a conversation with their child about how they would feel if someone else stepped into the home and was in a relationship with you, mom. Like, how would your son feel if there was another man in your life? How would your daughter feel if there was another man, not only in your life, but potentially in your home? Would they be okay with that? And then I would really gauge the conversation with the kids and see how they feel about it first. Now, once that conversation is had and you do start dating someone and you find yourself, um, very excited about this relationship and you guys have been together for 5, 6 months and you're really ready to kind of start bringing them over into the home. And you notice I said 5 or 6 months because I like have this thing. I think that if you are a single parent, it's okay to date. It's absolutely okay to date. As a matter of fact, I want you to date. However, what I don't want and what I don't like is when you date and then you decide that everyone that you're dating your kids have to know this person. Every single person that you're dating. That shit is not a good look. And I'm sorry, I may sound like I'm judging. Fucking, I'm judging. I'm judging, okay? I just don't think that that's a good look. So I think it's very important for you to at least be dating this person for, 5 or 6 months before you kind of bring them in the household and invite them over for dinner and really, have a sit down conversation with them and your kids and kind of see how they vibe. I think you should really know the person a little bit better before you kind of bring them into the home around your kids. But when you bring them into the home around your children and your children say to you, you know what? I don't like mom, like I really didn't like him or, her. Like I really didn't like them. It's just something that I don't like about them. What do you say to that? First off, you don't get upset, right? This is not the moment to get upset and lash out and say, I don't give a fuck if you like them or not. I'm grown. I deserve to be in a relationship. I deserve to have someone around me who loves me, and I don't care if you like them or not. Wrong answer. That is not what we are doing, moms. So please, and I know that may be difficult because, like I said earlier, we need love too. However, you are trying to, and you are on a journey with your children, and you are building relationships with your children, and you do not want to break that relationship just because you are seeking love, right? You want to make sure that you're not breaking that relationship and then making a mistake as well. So we want to tread very lightly on that. What you should do, or what I recommend, is that you ask your child why. What is it that they see, feel, or know about this person that makes them uncomfortable? What has this person said that makes them uncomfortable? Is it something that they said? Or is it just something that they are feeling on the inside that is causing them not to like this person that you are dating? I think that's a deeper conversation that you need to have with your child. And then if you really love this person, if you are really into this person, and this has been a relationship that you have been building on for some time, then it's the explanation of, I understand where you're coming from. I respect your opinion. I am super happy at the fact that you decided to be open enough with me to tell me how you feel about this person. However, I love this person and I've been seeing this person for some time. And the reason why you are now just really meeting the person, I'm bringing this person home, is because I think that right now is a great time for him to meet you guys because our relationship is getting serious. I don't want to shut you out. I don't want us to have issues with each other, but I just do want to be open and honest with you and say, although you may not like this person, I'm going to continue to date them until I see that there may be something wrong, or until I see that there's something unhealthy that I don't want to keep around me. I'm going to continue to date them because it's important. We don't want our children to run our lives, but we also don't want to shut them out of our lives. And we don't want to do shit in secret because then they'll feel like they can't trust us, or we kept information from them, or we were lying to them. And now this is how kids view lying. And I think maybe parents view it this way as well, but I'm very specific with my shit when I want to know information. Kids view lying as, you didn't tell the whole story, therefore you lied. You omitted some shit, and that was a lie. So kids are quick to call people liars. And for them, that word liar comes from pain and hurt, and they want to go ahead and protect themselves. So you don't want to get in that situation with your child. I think having your child explain to you how they feel, you explaining to your child how you feel, and coming to a happy medium. And now that happy medium could be, okay, you feel some type of way about this person. So what I'm going to do is, instead of me having them come over maybe 3 nights for dinner with us during the week, we'll just do one night a week, and you can slowly get to know the person. Maybe you're prejudging. So we'll have them come over one night a week because I don't want to force them on you, but I do want you to get to know them a bit better and know them as much as I do so that you can become comfortable with them. And I think for a young person, a young child, that is kind of an even, we can meet in the middle. You see, what you have to do, and I've learned, I have a 14-year-old. So what I've learned is that what you have to do is make your children feel as if they are in control, although you are the one in the driver's seat. So by meeting them in the middle makes them feel like, I have a little control here over this relationship that my mom is in. And I'm cool with that. I feel good about that. So that's what you want to do. So that's the first thing, really, about what you can do when your child doesn't like your spouse. Now, let's get deeper with this. If you have been dating someone and it's been some time, I'm saying a year, and this person has moved into your home, and your child used to like the person, but now they're saying to you that they no longer like the person, That is really some shit that you have to look into. Why? Because things have changed in the home now. Now that the dynamic has changed. Are you allowing this person now to discipline your child? Is that maybe why the child no longer likes the person? Is there something going on between the two of them? And it can be a myriad of things. Is something going on between the two of them when you are not around, which is causing your child not to now like this person? Those are things that you really, really need to pay attention to. If your child attitude has begun to change once this person has moved into the home, I would definitely sit down and have a conversation as to why the attitude changed. What is it that's going on when you are not home or when you are home that you do not see? That's a conversation that needs to be had. So that's something deeper than just your child just meeting the person and on the surface they don't like them. That's a little bit deeper conversation um, to have once that person is in the home, because people are different. When you're dating someone, that person is different from when they are now living in the home with you. You're sharing bills, you're sharing a life. If that person has children, of course, their children will be coming over as well. So your children may now be sharing a room with another kid when they come over on the weekends or they come over for the week, depending upon what your situation is. So all of those things factor in. And if that is the case, if the latter is the case, if your spouse or you're the new person that you're dating has children, that is a deeper conversation, because having another child come into your space is something, number one, that you have to get used to as a kid. You have to get used to a stranger now sleeping in the bed, on the other side of the room. That is a conversation that everyone needs to have. How does the child feel? Why isn't the child comfortable? Or if the child is comfortable, is there anything that can be done to make the other child comfortable and feel welcome? So there are a few things that you can do when your child does not like your spouse. But I would definitely say start with that open and honest conversation that you are dating. Once you have dated the person enough, invite them over, let them meet your child. If your child expresses to you that they just do not like the person, sit down and have a conversation with them as to why. What do they see or feel or know that you may not see? And then explain to them that you respect what it is that they have said to you. However, you're going to continue to date this person until you feel as if the relationship is unhealthy or if the relationship just falls apart and it's not going anywhere. We don't want our children to run our lives. We want them to have input in our lives, but we do not want them to run our lives. So, those four things are very important. The fifth conversation would be once the person moves in, if the child starts to act different around the person, or all of a sudden your child is saying, I no longer like this person, that's a deeper conversation to have with your child. It's a conversation to have with your spouse. And then the three of you, or how many ever children you have, need to sit down and have a family meeting as to what's going on in the home. If your new spouse has their own children who come to the house and they stay with you, then all of that needs to be discussed. You always, the most important thing here, and if I haven't said it already, I'm really going to reiterate it because I think it's important. The most important thing in this whole situation is to make sure that your child has a voice and they do not feel as if they can express to you what they are experiencing when this new person comes into your life. That is the most important thing. Not saying you have to be single forever. Shit, no one wants to be single forever. And even if you want to be single forever and you have kids, you still want to date. You still want to have people come over. You still want, you know what I'm saying? We grown around here, okay? So let's be honest. Let's not say we're going to be single forever, and let's not ever say that we're not going to have a man come over the goddamn house, because it's going to happen. Whether it happens on person on purpose or by accident, whether they see him leaving at 5 in the morning and you thought they ass was still asleep, it's going to happen. So conversations like this need to be had so that your child knows where they stand, your new spouse knows where they stand, and there can be harmony in the home and no drama. And that is our show for today. I hope these tips and clues that I gave you today can definitely assist you with what to do when your child doesn't like your spouse. Because guess what? They ain't gonna like everybody. but they're going to have to live with somebody. Peace. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the show. For more information about myself, Ereena George, or the Momific Group, be sure to check us out on our website, www.momific.life. That's momific.life. You can also like us on Facebook at the Momific Group. See you next time.